Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariana and today I am doing another one of my show breakdowns. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about the show Generation, the new HBO Max original that the streets have been talking about apparently, but I haven't been on that street, so I'm kind of late. But also the season finale just premiered last week, so I'm not late, but I was not watching the show while it aired. I've been binging it for the past, I don't know, 2 days, and now that I'm done, I can like officially say my piece. Apparently this is the new hot thing, but I literally heard nothing about it. It was only because a few of my mutuals on Twitter were talking about it and I trust their opinion, so I started it and then I couldn't stop. If you guys don't know what the show Generation is, it's basically about these kids that go to this school in Anaheim and then dealing with like high school stuff. I don't know, it's kind of like Euphoria, but funny and less depressing. So if you like Euphoria, you might like this. I don't really know how to explain it. It's literally just about each of the students going through their own personal thing and their own perspective. It's really good, okay? Apparently there are a lot of mixed reviews on this show. I did not know that going in, which I'm happy about. I like to get my own perspective of the show before I start. I don't want to hear like any opinions that might bias against mine. Let's just get into it, shall we? So the first character I'm going to be talking about is Sam. Sam is the guidance counselor of the school. I have no problem with Sam. I just wish he set some boundaries before with Chester, before, you know, all the things hit the fan. Chester constantly flirting with him. That was, you know, sign number one. And then like after that, it just kept on getting worse and worse until that motel episode where things just really took a turn, right? Right. So then Chester continuously asking for his Instagram over and over again. Sign number two. If he did notice the signs, he didn't do anything to stop it, which I found annoying. Not that he led Chester on. I felt like he was actually doing a good job at his job, but yeah, he should have like cut it off with Chester as soon as he noticed that Chester was not gonna stop, because Chester is Chester, of course. Yeah, that's all. I just wish he set some boundaries, and of course once Chester did what he did, then the boundaries were placed and he stopped being his counselor, but it just happened a little too late for me personally. As for him counseling Riley, he's just doing his best. Like I said, he's not a bad counselor. Boundaries are important, okay? Next character we have is Anna. I love Anna. I think she's a sweetheart. Oh, she's Greta's aunt. I love her. I think she's so sweet. I like how she looks out for literally everyone. Like, it's not just Greta that she looks out for, even though Greta is her niece. She looks out for all of Greta's friends. Like how she let Riley stay with her, I was like, that's so like, she was like, if you need a room, it's there. And I was like, oh my god. I want to see like her perspective next season, because we didn't get to see hers for some reason. I would have loved to see like a little cute scene with Anna and what she goes through in her life and how she deals with Greta. And I think Greta has a brother, how she deals with that and everything. She was one of the few adults that didn't get a POV, like her own little thing. I want that to change next season, if we get a next season, which I'm hoping we will, because HBO hasn't said a word about it, so I can only hope for the best. Next, let's talk about Mark. Okay, Mark, I have no problem with Mark. He's just trying to do his best as a parent, which is something I can't say for the other parent I'm gonna talk about next. But yeah, he's very supportive of his kids' decisions, even if they're like not that great decisions. Like when he found out that Nathan lied about the thing with Chester, he was actually trying to see it from Nathan's perspective, because at the end of the day, Nathan felt like he got pushed to do that, and I think Mark understood that. When it comes to his relationship with Megan, I feel like it just like taints his like way of thinking, and I'm so glad that he decided at the end of the season, like, hey, this ain't working, like we need to take a break. Like, I'm so happy, because I don't even know how someone like Mark ended up with Megan. That, I don't know, that just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe she has some redeemable qualities when they were younger and first used to go out, but yeah, their marriage is very toxic and terrible, to say the least. I feel like he just gets bossed around by Megan a lot, and it was pissing me off throughout the show, because I wanted to like him, but he was such a pushover for literally no reason. The way that she talked about their kids and the way that he just let it slide, I was like, we need to fix this. And he did. They're taking a break. So that's great. Hopefully his kids actually open up to him, because I feel like Naomi and Nathan group him up with Megan, and their views are not the same when it comes to their kids and their happiness. So yeah, hope Mark's doing great next season, if there is a next season. Next, we have Megan. Megan, I hate this woman. I hate this woman with a burning passion inside me. She's so annoying. So homophobic too. She says that being gay, queer, whatever is a sin, right? But she says this in front of her two gay best friends. So I want those, I want the two gay best friends, Ariana's dads, I want them to leave that woman. Like they're way too nice to be putting up with her shit. I want her to stop bothering people. I feel like she just bothers every character in this show and gets in everyone's business. She wanted Nathan to hook up with Ariana despite her having opposite rules for Naomi. So Naomi's not allowed to hook up with people, like sleep around. But for some reason when it comes to Nathan, you want him to hook up with Ariana because you don't want to, you know, accept the fact that he's bisexual. But that whole household with Nathan, Naomi, their parents, it's terrible. Family counseling is needed. It's obvious from the jump, like from the first episode, that Nathan, Naomi, they don't have the best relationship with their parents, right? So I was like, oh, this is just gonna get worse and worse, and it did. I was confused with Megan because I was like, you say that you want to be there for your kids and you want to like support everything they do, but yet every time Nathan brings up being bisexual, you say that he is a sinner and that what he's doing is wrong. You're not there for their happiness. You don't care about your kids. It seems like you just want to project, maybe. I don't know, just the way that she talks about the LGBT community and the way that she was like in that space. What was it called? Hamburger Mary's, that little episode where they were all at Hamburger Mary's and she had to be there for Nathan because Nathan was there for like a queer suicide prevention thing. She seemed very uncomfortable, but I couldn't really understand why. I know that she says being gay is a sin, but I don't know, I feel like she's projecting maybe. I want less of Megan. I don't need to see her POV anytime soon the rest of the show. I get her, I understand her enough, no more. Next, let's talk about Beau. So Beau dated Chester, right? And I thought he was good for Chester after what Chester went through with Sam. I was like, okay, this is cute. And then the last episode happened and now I'm confused. I thought Beau broke up with Chester for the whole Nathan thing and fake dating with Nathan or whatever. I would have understood it if that was the case because Chester wasn't going to drop Nathan as a friend anytime soon. So I can understand why Beau would break up with him in that situation because it would have made him uncomfortable. But then he was like, he feels like Chester liked him because of how much he liked him. Like Beau was whipped for Chester, and I feel like he still is. Like he still has feelings for him, but yet he dumped him because he felt like maybe Chester wasn't reciprocating those feelings at any point in the relationship. I don't know, it seemed like Chester really liked him. And maybe it was because Beau knew that Nathan had strong feelings for Chester and wasn't leaving anytime soon. Chester knows that Nathan likes him though, so I don't know why he put Beau in this situation. I love Beau. I want him to come back next season if that's possible. I know that him and Chester are done, like I get it, but he's such a sweetheart. I love him, and I don't know, I felt like he was really good for Chester. And I know a lot of people that ship Nathan and Chester are gonna be like, no, but I wouldn't mind if they got back together, even though that might not be good for Beau. As long as Nathan's in the picture, Beau sticking around just makes no sense. I get it, but I would like him back as soon as possible. Next, Luz. The girl with the cool haircut. Okay, so I liked Luz until I didn't. I don't understand her. I think I like her, but I need more context, which is crazy because she was in the show basically like throughout a good 2/3 of the season, yet I don't understand her. I need a perspective from her. I need her perspective on what's going on, because this makes no sense to me personally. She flirted with Riley and Greta. She flirted with Riley first, so I honestly thought, oh, okay, she likes Riley. That's messy because I want Greta and Riley to be together. At first I was like, okay, why are you here? You're annoying me. But then I actually liked her. I thought she was like really funny, really cool, really sweet. And then like she started flirting with Greta and I was like, oh, okay, I don't get it, because she was after Riley at first, you know, that night in the motel or whatever. Yeah, but then I feel like right after that happened, things for some reason switched to Greta. And then all of a sudden, it switched back to Riley in the finale episode. So I need help. I need to understand what's going on because I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm very confused. Do you like Greta or Riley? Were you dating Greta to make Riley jealous? Because if that's the case, you didn't make Riley jealous. You just made Riley pissed off. You made Riley sad. You made Riley cry in an Uber. I need you to figure out what's going on there. It's obvious that Greta and Riley like each other a lot. I don't know where their relationship is going to go next season since they confessed, but Riley didn't tell Greta that she slept with Luz that one time in the motel. So I don't know where it's going to progress from there. But as of right now, I need Luz to go away. While they figure their stuff out, I need Luz to back up. Because Riley, I don't even think Riley notices her unless she's with Greta. Riley and Greta are not checking for you. Go find someone else to play with. I love Riley and Greta. So I feel like she's really playing a game with their feelings. And I don't appreciate that. I want to love her. I really do. But don't piss me off. Don't piss me off when it comes to Greta and Riley. Those are my babies. I love them. Leave them alone. I'm sure you can find anyone else. Why does it have to be Riley and Greta? What sense does that make? Next, we have Cooper. I like Cooper. Yeah, I like him. There's no reason not to like him, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like a lot of people dislike him just because he's that one straight guy in the show. I don't dislike him. I think he's really cool. I think he's great for Delilah. They would be really cute together, and I think they got together by the end of the season. I'm not really sure what their relationship is. I'm hoping that they get together. I knew off the jump that he did not want to be in that throuple. He was not checking for Naomi once. He had a thing for Delilah like way back when. Like, this is not new. So I don't know why he agreed to the throuple. I don't know if it was because maybe just Delilah was in it and he wanted to, like, he would probably would have done anything to be with her. In that finale episode, I'm glad that he was upfront. Like, hey, I don't want to do this. I want to be with you. I do not care about Naomi. Both of them need to get away from Naomi as fast as they can. Okay? Like, I'm rooting for the two of them. Leave. Good job, Cooper. I think he's cute, adorable, great for Delilah. Yes. Next, Jay. Okay, we don't know anything about Jay other than he's Chester's good friend and he got Delilah pregnant, which I would like some backstory with that too. Like, I know that Delilah gave us context about how it happened and why it happened, but they didn't interact at all throughout this show until that last episode when they got really high. I would like to see their dynamic and how they're close or friends or whatever, because like now they had a child together. Like, they have some sort of bond that no one else understands, and I feel like I didn't see that at all. Even after she gave birth to the kid, I didn't see that at all throughout the show. I would like to know more with those two. I'd like to know more about him in general, but I thought we were gonna get something from him because, you know, he played this big part in Delilah's life and Delilah's a big character, so I thought we would see Jay's perspective. That didn't happen. I don't know. Give me some of Jay, because I actually really like Jay. Next, we have Greta. Greta, I love her. Okay, so Greta, you know, she likes Riley. And I love Greta. I really do. I think that what happened in the motel that night, it was a whole misunderstanding that could have been understood if they just talked to each other. So that pissed me off, but that's not Greta's fault. It's both of theirs. So she lives with her aunt because her mom is in Guatemala. I, for one, don't like her mother all that much. I think her mom is very overbearing and controlling for a reason unbeknownst to me. Maybe it was because she was gone for so long, and then when she came back, she just went a little cuckoo. But yeah, even like over the Zoom call they had, I don't like the way that her mom was talking to her. Literally made Greta feel bad for going to a different school, saying that she could work in the plantations or be a maid. You take this good school for granted and blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't say that to a kid. Saying that their only like qualities as they get older will probably be working as a maid or working at a farm. That's messed up. Then the whole coffee situation. If she wants to drink some instant coffee and not your coffee, let it be. Like, she's not bothering no one. Let the girl drink her coffee. I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, genuinely, her mom was a little annoying throughout the whole entire show to me. She was only in it for a few scenes, but she's just irking me. Like, she was just very annoying. Back to Riley, the whole Riley thing. She got with Luz, whatever, and then didn't ask Riley out until Riley was like with that guy from the aquarium again. But also, I don't really know if Riley was with that guy. I don't know if he was just there to give her a ride or if she was like actually with him again. I don't know. I have no idea. But I really wish that the self-sabotage would stop, because I don't know why she got with Luz to begin with. I really don't. I don't know if it was just to experiment a little more or what, and then like wait until last minute to ask Riley out. What's going on, Greta? What's going on? If you wanted to talk to Riley, it should have been handled right after that motel episode. You guys are really just like circling around each other and the topic that needs to be talked about for at least a good 5 to 6 episodes. It got on my nerves really quickly. I'm not even gonna front. But again, it's not just Greta's fault, it's Riley's fault. And I'll get to Riley in a second. Regarding what happened to like the motel and some of the events after that, I had a feeling right off the jump that that Greta was asexual. I don't think she said it officially in the last episode. She just said that she doesn't like kissing, hand holding, and she's not interested in sex. That's asexuality, correct? Like that's asexual. Like, is she like, they didn't outright say it, but I had a feeling because she wasn't like that with Riley and she wasn't like that with Luz. So I'm like 98% certain that she's asexual. I don't think I've ever seen like an asexual character on TV before, like at least them be open about it like this. I think that's really cool if she is. I'm like pretty sure she is. And I'm glad that she wanted to open up with Riley about that, because I feel like Riley really did get the wrong idea in that motel. She's just really not into that, but she's into Riley. Now that I think about it, I think that Luz was there to help her figure out that side of herself. Like she really didn't understand what was wrong with her. Yeah, I feel like Luz, I don't know how to pronounce the girl's name, but I feel like she got with Luz to figure that out. Basically, I don't think she went into the relationship with her with intentions of using her, but I feel like being with her definitely helped figure out her shit with Riley. So if that's what she was there for, fine, but it still should not have happened. Next we have Ariana. Okay, I have mixed feelings about Ariana. I think she's funny. I think she's really funny. I feel like she's like the prime comedy of the show. Like she will keep you laughing throughout the whole entire thing. What I did not like, she just airs out her dad's business throughout the whole entire town. It's very confusing to me because her dads love her like a lot, and I don't really understand why she makes like such, like, not even just like about her dads, but like towards like gay people in general. Like she makes very bigoted comments towards like the LGBT community just because she has 2 dads. I don't get that. But yeah, once I got used to her character saying all these things, I was like, okay, so this is just who she is. Fine, whatever. I did feel bad for her when it came to the whole Nathan thing, because I knew that he was using her for his mom from the beginning, obviously, because we got to see it from his point of view. It didn't make me feel any less bad for her though, because I feel like she actually did like Nathan, and I don't really like blame her for hating him throughout the rest of the show, because what he did to her was messed up. Okay, so we finally got an episode with her point of view from everything, and I feel like she deserves better friends. Naomi sucks. Delilah, you know, at least she apologized in the end. But yeah, and better friends, please go get some, girl, because the ones you're hanging around, they're really fake. So that's my advice to her. The way that the guy in one of her classes kept speaking over her and interrupting her pissed me off. I'm glad that we got to see her as like more than what she presented herself as in the beginning of the show. Like you could tell that she really cares about the people that she surrounds herself with, all of her friends and even her dads. Like she appreciates everyone and she loves them and she's always there for them, but it seems like no one is ever there for her. No one's looking out for her except for her dads. Yeah, get some new friends, girl. I think that's what you need. That's what you deserve. Get some new friends. When Naomi and Delilah left her out of that throuple, I felt so bad for her. I mean, I don't think she wants to be in it anyway, because, you know, she said that she wanted to go to the dance with her friends that included Naomi and Delilah, and it just didn't work out. Well, that's all I can say. She's really funny, seems really sweet. Just stop with the bigoted comments, please. I'm tired. It got a little better as the show went on. Like she stopped a little bit, but I needed to stop completely. Like let the comments go. Next, we have Delilah. This is my girl, okay? This is my girl. I love her. I love Delilah. She was pregnant with Jay's baby. I still don't understand how she was pregnant for 9 months and didn't know. No matter how many times she explains that to me, I will never understand how she did not know she was pregnant up until that bathroom fiasco in the mall. I have no idea. I thought after we got through the whole baby thing, we would get to see more from Delilah's perspective, because obviously that's going to take a toll on her and it's going to be very traumatic for her and everything. But yet we only got one POV shot from Delilah. I would like more, please. I feel like she got paid dust, even though like throughout half of the show it was kind of centered around her and her pregnancy. Like at the beginning of each episode in the first half of the show, it shows the whole mall bathroom scene. So I thought we were gonna get something. No, we don't. It's not even really brought up again after she has the baby too. It's maybe only brought up once or twice because she was on this Panda Express girl. High schoolers are so mean. Leave the girl alone, please. I love her. I would like to see more of her next season. Happy that she apologized to Ariana, because Ariana deserved that apology. I'm hoping she got with Cooper by the end of the season. I really can't tell because the season finale didn't show any of the POVs. Like, it didn't switch from character to character like it's been doing throughout the rest of the season. So I feel like I missed a lot. But it shows what the show would have been like if they don't do that whole perspective thing, because it was just a lot of mess. It was a lot of mess and it got really confusing. A lot of twists, a lot of plot holes. I need help. That, I'm telling you, that season finale was wild. Here's one thing I didn't like that she did. So when Riley was at her house that day helping her with Cooper and stuff, she was like, oh, I don't want to like drop you or as a friend or like put Cooper over you or whatever, because Cooper wanted to hang out that day. I mean, she was like, I don't want to like put you off to the side. And Riley was like, I really don't care. So that's good. That's a great attitude to have, you know, like don't drop your friends for a guy. But I don't know where that energy went when it came to her friendship with Ariana. Like, was the throuple really that important? I know that she liked Cooper a lot, so I guess, but still, it doesn't justify what she did to Ariana. And of course, Ariana forgave her, but don't mess with her again like that, please. Because a sad Ariana is like, it brings down the whole mood of the show for me. Okay, so next, we have Riley. Riley is also my girl. I love her. Nathan's best friend, but I kind of forgot that throughout most of the show because she was hanging out with Chester most of the time, and I kind of like their friendship a little bit more. She does photography, which I really like, and she doesn't like put it in everyone's face like, hey, I do photography. It just comes natural to her. It's just what she does, and I think it's what keeps her calm throughout most of the show. She's somehow still standing after everything that she's been through with her parents. Don't even start on her parents. Her dad, I'm sorry if you hear my dog barking, I don't know what's going on. Her dad in this whole girlfriend business, I don't like that. I don't like how her mom is just neglecting her, putting off her kid, Riley, putting off Riley to the side to be a child. I don't know. The whole playroom thing with her mom, it was very confusing. I don't know what's going on with her parents. Riley needs to get into a better household. No, she can't stay with Greta. Maybe she could now that they've made up, but after the way that she treated Anna, I wouldn't blame her if Anna was like, hey, no. I just really want Riley to maybe get some help. Sam is trying, but he's not doing that well of breaking through to her, so I'm just here for Riley if she needs anyone. That's what I'm here for. I love Riley. I kind of also have a crush on Riley, but that's neither here nor there. I want her and Greta to be a thing, because after what happened with the motel between Greta and Luz, I was like, Riley, why would you sleep with Luz after you kind of confessed your feelings to Greta on that night? It just seemed very backwards. And then she kept on holding off telling Greta that she liked her and trying to fix what happened. That whole hotel motel episode pissed me off. I was like, what are all of you guys doing? It made no sense. She didn't deny that Nathan and Chester's relationship was fake to Morgan, so now Morgan knows about that whole thing. And I know that she was intoxicated, like very intoxicated. I'm pretty sure she was high and drunk that day, the pre-party thing. Not an excuse for what happened though. She could have said something. She didn't try to deny it. She didn't technically tell Morgan, but when Morgan guessed, she didn't deny it at all. So I was like, Riley, girl, get your shit together. I was like, the one thing that Chester told you to keep to yourself, you couldn't keep it. I was like, please get Riley some help. I'm rooting for her, I really am, but I need counseling, therapy, something. Especially during that sleep deprived episode, I was like, girl, Get some, if you're taking advice from Morgan, you already know that like you're in way too deep. Get some help, please. That's Riley. Love her as a character. Rooting for her and Greta, as you guys know. Rooting for her as a character in general. Deserves better than her parents. Hoping her and Chester are going to keep their friendship throughout the show. Because like I said, I prefer their friendship to her and Nathan's. I feel like her and Nathan's is very, not fake, but also not really that great of a friendship. Because they were barely together throughout the whole entire show. I forgot that they were friends, like genuinely, because of how little they interacted after episode 1. Next, Naomi, Nathan's sister. I think they're twins, I think. Naomi being angry at Nathan at the beginning of the show made sense. Because Nathan not only hooked up with her boyfriend, Nathan got with her best friend when he was really into Chester. So Naomi knew that like he was not straight and was kind of leading Ariana on. Yeah, she had every right to be angry at Nathan for that. However, I started to dislike her when she told Cooper about the Panda Express girl thing and how Delilah was Panda Express girl. That pissed me off. Like I said, doesn't matter if she was intoxicated under the influence of drugs for her wisdom tooth. Does not matter because she failed to take accountability even when she was off the drugs. So she didn't want to take accountability for any of her actions. And then when she apologized to Delilah, it didn't even seem like she was even a little sorry. Then the way that she was talking to Ariana in that last episode, yeah, Naomi's kind of a mess. I don't think I like her. I should have known that she was a little bit of a mess. The bangs, it was the bangs. I could tell by the bangs. That whole entire family, her, Nathan's family, they just need help. Because I don't know what's going on with her. I feel like it's always been how her character is, but we're finally seeing her true colors in those last few episodes. On to Nathan. So I want to root for Nathan so bad, but everywhere he goes, it's just chaos. No matter where he goes, instant chaos. It's very tiring, okay? He likes Chester. That made that obvious from the beginning, from the start of season 1. So he asked for Chester to be his fake boyfriend, knowing that Chester was still trying to get over his shitty first date with Belle. So Chester was like, hey, are you sure? I don't want to mess with your feelings, because at this point Chester knows that Nathan likes him. Nathan, being the whipped dummy that he is, we're like, yeah, it's fine, it's all good, like we're gonna be fine. And of course it's not fine. I don't understand why Nathan asked Chester to continue being his fake boyfriend, knowing that Chester and Beau were together on a date at that Hamburger Mary spot. While Chester was on that date with Beau, Nathan came up saying, hey, I need you to be my fake boyfriend when my mom is here, like hold my hand, kiss me, whatever, blah blah blah. Knowing that that's like, it's why would you do that? Why would you do that, Nathan? Please. Like, I know that he's not trying to sabotage the relationship, at least I don't think so. Like, I think he only wants good things to happen for Chester because he really cares about him. But putting Chester in that situation with you being his friend and Beau being his boyfriend, which by the time didn't even know that the whole fake dating thing existed. So Beau was just off to the sidelines like, what am I even doing here? Nathan, I get that you're like trying to piss off your mom. I get it. But I don't know. Using Nathan at this point when he's really happy with Beau, it just seemed very, I don't know, self-centered, kind of selfish, just a little bit. And then don't even get me started with you sleeping with your sister's boyfriend. I don't know why you did that. Naomi had every right to be mad at you. You shouldn't have done that. And then the speech he gave at his sister's wedding, it was just terrible. It was just a mess. Just a whole, like literally Nathan is a mess. I want the best for him, I truly do, but everywhere he goes it's just mess. It's chaos every time. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but from the way things are looking, it seems like only bad things follow. No matter what choices he makes, it's like bad things follow every time. One thing I will say though is that I'm glad that he did not hook up with Chester at that dance. I'm glad, because Chester would have easily done it, because Chester is also kind of a self-sabotager, but I'm gonna get to him next, okay? Yeah, I'm glad that Nathan did not hook up with Chester on that final episode, even though he got the chance, because I'm pretty sure they were both intoxicated and would have done it. I'm glad that Nathan did not. I'm glad that he had some sense. Chester and Nathan, the whole thing between them, like I said, I want Chester to be with Beau, but with Nathan I do feel really bad for him, because you can tell that he really wants Chester. Like, he likes him, he wants him, but I feel like they really work better as friends. even though it doesn't really show, because in those last few episodes Nathan wasn't being that great of a friend to Chester, but I think that they'd be better off as friends, because Chester, he's one thing about Chester, he's always there for his friends, and he was there for Nathan no matter what. And Nathan, I feel like, would do the same for Chester regardless, whether he's like whipped for him or just wants to be his good friend. I think that works better for them. Need Nathan to find someone else, maybe. Next, Chester. I like Chester. I do, but like I said, the whole self-sabotage thing, I don't know why he makes these fantasies in his head when it comes to like romance and love. It's very like I don't like the expectations that he put on Sam, and Sam is a grown man, his counselor. The expectations he put on him, and then like him flirting with him on Tinder. Then when it came to Beau, he like was confessing love by the second date, and I was like, you need to calm down. Like, he puts up these whole entire like fantasies in his mind of how relationships should go and how he wants his relationship to go and how this person that he idolizes, fantasizes about should be. And I feel like it sets him up every time. Like, there's a way to take things slow, and I don't think Chester knows how, or just doesn't want to take things slow half the time. Like, he just doesn't want to be alone, and I completely get it, because he's a sad boy. Okay, Chester is just he's sad all the time, and I feel like no matter who he hangs out with, he just doesn't get that feeling of, you know, being wanted, feeling like he actually matters to people. So him wanting that with someone romantically, it makes sense, but therapy, please. I'm begging, because Sam, he tried, didn't succeed. How about an actual therapist? Because it really seems like Chester needs help. Like, especially after Beau broke up with him in that episode, I really thought that at that last scene it was gonna go bad, but no, we ended on a cliffhanger. Whether, I mean, literally, figuratively, whatever. We ended on a cliffhanger. All of the stuff with Chester, it could easily be solved. He just talked to someone about it, like actually, like with his feelings. Because the only person he opened up with kind of was Sam. Obviously, that didn't work in his favor because he got feelings for Sam like right off the bat, and it's tragic. But yeah, I love Chester. I feel like he's kind of the root of everyone. Kind of like he's the one that kind of keeps everyone like besties together for the most part. So the importance of his character is there. Like, he's very important, and he's very loved. Like, almost all the characters I feel like love him, even like the people around the school. Like, when Chester was going through his depressed phase, when Sam told him to go to a different counselor, he was wearing like regular clothes, and everyone was like, what's wrong with you? And then it was like shirts off for Chester or whatever. Like, everyone in the school really loves him and seems to care about him a lot, but he just doesn't feel like he is that important or matters to anyone, which really sucks, because everyone seems to love him, and I love him, and I just want him to know that he's loved. It makes me sad. Like, throughout the whole entire show, I was feeling for Chester, but I was like, what's going on with Chester? I just want the best for him, man. Like, I just really like, he's so sweet and nice and just caring towards everyone, but yet he doesn't feel that way about, like, not even about himself, but like, he just doesn't feel like the people that he surrounds himself with feels the same way. Maybe it's very sad. That's all the characters. Now I'm gonna be talking about the things I like and the things I disliked. And just to let you know, there's nothing I disliked. Just to put it out the way, nothing I disliked about this show. I kind of liked everything from the humor, even though some of it was cringy. I liked it. I liked the humor. I liked the way it dealt with different issues. Like, it wasn't trying to be too serious, but also when the moment came for those topics to be brought up, like, it's the tone of the show shifted. I like how it did that. I like how it dealt with showing the same scenes but in different perspectives. That, like, the way that they did that, very smart, very cool. I don't think I've ever seen a show that did that before. I like that a lot. The soundtrack of the show is immaculate. Y'all, the songs that were playing took up half of my playlist. Like, I don't understand. I feel like they just went through my playlist and then just went rogue. I was like bouncing to almost all the songs that were playing throughout this show. Whoever chose the soundtrack, good job. I like how it was only 30-minute episodes. Let's bring back 30-minute long episodes instead of like 45 minutes to an hour. Let's do that, because this, I feel like it did a good job of that. Nothing felt rushed. Everything was well paced. It just made sense to make it 30 minutes long for each episode. Let's keep doing that. Let's like make that normalized throughout television, please. Bring back 30-minute episodes. And then the last thing I liked, there was no nudity. Great, because I was worried, because I was like, if this is going to be like another Euphoria thing where I have to see like a naked 25-year-old teenager, I'm going to literally like, I'm going to be furious. Because I like the show Euphoria, but the one thing I hated was the fact that there was so much nudity. I'm not a prude or anything like that, like don't get me wrong, but the fact that it was like these like 20-something-year-olds playing teenagers, and the fact that they were nude almost every other episode, it pissed me off. I'm glad that this show didn't really do that. The closest thing that we got to like nudity was like dick pics, but it wasn't from like the actors, it was like from like different people sending them text or whatever. I like the way that sex was handled in this show. Like it wasn't really like what the show was centered around, but also like when it got to those scenes, like nothing was shown. They let these teens keep their clothes on for the most part. Great job. Bare minimum, but great job. And yeah, that's Generation. I recommend you watch it, please, so I can get a season 2. I am begging you to watch it because HBO hasn't said shit about a season 2. I need a season 2, so watch it, please. Also watch it because it's genuinely a great show. Like if you have not seen it and you sat through this video where I spoiled everything for you, go watch it still. Go watch it because I'm not doing it justice, I promise. You are going to like it. And if you don't, watch it anyway. Watch at least one episode, please. Because I need a season 2. If you guys watch Generation, tell me what you thought of the show in the comments, your favorite characters you disliked, all that jazz. Or you could talk to me about it on my social media, which should be right here. I mostly interact on Twitter, but if you'd like to follow me on all my other social medias to be nice, they will be linked in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thanks, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.